They always say there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but sometimes Maul is standing right there. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Maul-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with Maul Season 1, Chapter 3, Whispers in the Unknown, and Chapter 4, Pride and Vengeance. And Yoretzi's in the chat. Welcome, Yoretzi. Yep, so 2 more bangers to talk about tonight. But before we jump into it, I mentioned this last week, but we started a Patreon to help cover the cost of our recording subscription. And so we're just asking just a few of you to donate a few dollars to Patreon. We're just looking to get $50 a month total from everybody. And so we can't really offer any exclusive stuff for Patreon now, but we hope to in the future, in the coming months, to start doing something like that. But help us cover the cost. If you've been listening to this for a short term or a long term, and you want to support us the best you can, just send us like $5, $3, or even do like this big tier for like $100 or $50 once and just cancel. Like, we don't care. But we love to get some support just so we can keep pushing out these episodes for as long as we can. But yeah, so link in the description. Go check that out. We'd love to get some help from you guys, but we'll talk about that later at the end of the episode too. But yeah, Maul. We might as well just. I don't think there's anything else to talk about, so we might as well just jump into it.
No,
is there anything
I don't
on your mind?
There's any news that I know of.
I don't think so.
We're almost a month away from Grogu movie.
Yeah, next month was the
22nd. So almost a month.
Thursday the 21st. So we'll probably be opening night. So that means tickets go on sale next month then, maybe? Or next week, I mean?
Maybe.
So how many tickets should I order for Thursday night at Marcus?
You want to go to Marcus, or you want to go watch an IMAX?
I don't want to watch an IMAX.
Well, why?
Why? So you don't want to do Marcus, the best theater in town?
I do, but it needs to be on that big screen then.
The ultra screen, the
deluxe
ultra supreme max or whatever.
We could go crazy, go to the other Marcus theater that has like the side screens.
Oh, like the one at the mall?
Well, I don't know.
When we saw Deadpool. Was that you that goes? No, sorry. No. I saw Deadpool at the mall and it had the side screens on it at the mall.
Oh, did it? I've never done that. Was that fun? Or was it distracting?
I didn't think it was all that important.
Really? I want to try it, but I'm just like, I don't know. But Marcus does have one now, and they do that.
I don't know. I'm gonna buy tickets for Marcus and Oakdale. So how many tickets should I buy? Just for one, you and me, or who else are we?
Probably. I don't know.
Do you think we get Tan to come join us, or do you think he
probably not on Thursday because he works Thursday nights?
Oh, that's right. He works evenings.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully next week those tickets will go on sale. I'll order a couple tickets. I could probably do a couple more, maybe if I got some other friends that want to come. But
yeah, or if you're in the Midwest and you want to drive to Minnesota and come watch it with us, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All your Iowa and Wisconsin listeners out there.
And or if you just want, or anywhere in the world, you can come.
True, I mean,
like you can fly in from Europe if you want.
That's fair. But I just work the next day, like all day, so it would only be like that kind of
thing.
What
time do you start on a Friday morning?
6 a.m.
Oh,
I'm not doing homework. It's
Thank you.
normal. I normally go to bed at like 1
Oh,
a.m.
jeez.
So it's like,
Go to bed earlier, dude. Come on.
nah.
What do you do till 1 o'clock in the morning?
Normally, I don't get out of work until like 11:45.
What?
By the time I get home, so that's like
So you work from
after
6 to 11:45.
on Fridays and Mondays. Yep,
So what is that?
2 different jobs though. I have like an hour gap in
Oh,
between.
that's right. I was always saying, oh, you're at Delta from 6 a.m. till
Oh god, I
midnight.
mean, people do that. People do double. Your brother does that. What are you talking about? Your brother does that.
Yeah, but he also only works. He does 2 16s and an 8, so he works
Yeah.
3 days a week. So he's doing something better than you.
When I'm your brother's age, I'll do the same thing.
You're basically his
I'm
age.
just
What do you
not. I'm
mean?
just not ready for
He's
it
been
yet.
there for like 20 years. You've only been there for like 2 years. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
age
what I'm
means
saying.
nothing.
When I've been there for 20 years or even 10 years, when I'm capped out, then I'll do it because that'll make sense. For me, it doesn't make
You
sense
think you're gonna make
financially.
it another 10 years there?
Yeah, I'll retire there like your brother.
You plan on working at Delta for the rest of your life?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my camera. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I don't know. I just feel like you get sick of
Benefits
it
are
eventually, and
no, the benefits are too good. I like to travel, bro.
oh, okay.
A lot.
Well,
I can't afford to fly to Japan by myself. I gotta.
how you just not go to Japan? Like you don't have to go
No,
to
no.
Japan, and you have to have this job to go to Japan. Like that's not how that works. Like
I love all your brother's trips too. Are like cruises. Like he loves his cruises.
that's what I've heard. I don't.
It's so funny. Like,
I don't.
bro, you can fly anywhere, but you choose to get on another moving vehicle.
Well, he flies down to
Yeah,
the
I know.
coast, but I don't know. Cruises people are weird. I don't know.
I'm not there yet. Maybe in 20 years I'll get
I know
there.
it's like super cheap, like
It is
surprisingly cheap to do cruises, but
The most expensive thing is probably flying there, and he doesn't have to worry about that.
right.
You're
All right.
watching the live stream. This is annoying you.
Yeah, why
I'm
are you
sorry.
messing with your camera? Like what
'Cause
the
it
heck?
keeps falling over because I bumped my desk.
Yorechi says cruises scare her.
Yeah, I'm afraid I would get like motion sickness.
Oh, I just don't want the boat to sink. I'd rather get motion
Oh
sick than for it to
well,
sink. Like there was that big cruiser, like from like
the
was it
poop
10 years?
scoot, the poop scoot.
No,
Cruise,
from like 10 years ago, the one that sank in like Italy. Remember it tipped over?
Yeah,
Remember
but
that?
did everyone die, or it wasn't like a Titanic situation? Like
No,
people
but it was like
survived.
fell over half like sideways like in the ocean, and I was laying on its side.
That would happen.
Yeah,
It happens.
I have no
But
desire
this
to
is the
travel.
same with like driving. More people die in a car every day than they do on a
Yeah,
cruise.
but I'd rather just die instantly than the drown. Drowning is like one of the worst, probably the worst way to die.
So you gotta hope that you go overboard in a big storm where there's a lot of sharks, and then you'll be fine.
No, because you're still gonna suffer. Like
That's
I'd
true,
rather be in a
that's fair.
plane and crash into a mountain. Like you don't have to find
This-
my body.
this
Who
got-
cares?
This got
Like who
dark
cares?
really quick.
Anyway,
That's fair.
anyway, come to Minnesota if you want to watch the Mandalorian
Yeah.
Grogu movie with us. And we're trying to get all four of us to do a review of it. So we got Grace is on board. We just gotta get Andrew. He's the king of
harassment.
excuses. So we gotta
Damn.
go comment on his YouTube videos, his Instagram posts, telling him to join us. But anyway, we're rambling. We've got to jump into this. So, Maul Chapter 3, Whispers in the Unknown. So it picks up right where we left off last week. She escapes the little like tube thing. I don't know. We don't know exactly what it is, but she escapes from that. She sneaks around. Vario, like, hey, how'd you get out? And then we see like Rook cast come with all the other Mandalorians and like the other two Zabraks, and they're like just looking at her, and Rook is just like, hey, just go down that tunnel. Like you're free to go. And she goes down this dark tunnel and she gets to the end, and Maul is in there in the dimly lit room. And this is the tea scene that we saw from the trailer. And it's funny. She's like, "What is this?" And Maul's like, "It's Cassius tea. Like I'm making tea. Like what do you mean?"
Yeah.
It's kind of obvious. Um, and so this was a really cool scene because he's just there, super, just like the calmest we've ever seen him, most civilized we've ever seen Maul, and he's just making tea, and he's like, "Hey, you know my name? What's your name?" And she doesn't want to say, and his lightsaber is right on the ground, on the floor, right next to the table, and he's like, "Well, okay, well, let me see your injuries. Let me see how you're healing up." And oh, you're healing pretty good there, and so then it's just like this whole episode is him kind of like getting in her head, preaching to her, trying to like get her to question everything she believes. Because first he's like, "You think you know who I am, but I assure you, I'm not exactly who you are. Like, there's more to me than what you think I am. I can be that." He says that, like, "I can be who you think I am, but there's more to it than that." Um, and it's just basically we're both survivors. We both were part of a bigger thing that have fallen to the Empire. And he makes a reference to his both his brother and mother being killed by this power. And I guess I had to look it up. I guess I didn't really realize that or remember that Mother Talzin is Maul's mother.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And so,
Or maybe I did, I forgot.
because I don't know if it's said in Clone Wars, because I guess her death is in the comics, but I thought she died in the Clone Wars. But she like was like half dead, like she was like half in spirit. I don't know. I tried looking it up. It was super confusing. I got to rewatch like all that crazy death
But
meeting
is
and
that
witch
like
stuff.
really his mother, or is it just because his mother Towson?
Well, it's he refers to her as like mother and brother, like biology.
Mm.
But I don't really understand how all that works. I thought they were just Zabraks that lived on Dathomir, and it was just his own, but they were not all necessarily related to each other. And like for some reason, I thought like Maul was like his brother Savage was like found family, like we're brothers in arms type of thing, rather than like biological brother. So I don't know. I guess I should have known all this stuff by now, but
Your Etsy's in the
I don't know.
chat. Help
Yeah,
us out.
Ritzy, you know all this stuff. Like you're our Maul expert because he's your favorite. Give us some details in the chat. But anyway, so yeah, so he's just basically saying we're all on the same team. We all have our victims of the Empire. Basically, my family was killed. Your Jedi Order was destroyed. Like we're just two survivors. And then Devin, she has enough of this, and she takes the lightsaber and turns it on and points it at him like, and he's like, "I'm getting out of here." And he's like, I can work with this kind of Devin. Like she's starting trying to put some work in to like get out of the situation. Like she's has the new perspective.
She's
She's seeing the
fighting.
world from a different light. So that happens. Um, so then after this, it goes to the police station, and it's just kind of like it's a basic quick scene of like two boots. He's charged up from the okay. Yoretsi says so. There's stuff about both Mother Talzin and Savage and the Son of Death in your comics. I don't want to spoil it though. Yeah, I guess we gotta.
Yeah, but are they related?
So this answer is this, Yoretsi. So Mother Talzin and Savage are biological family. She says it is also very likely that Maul and Savage have the same mother with different dads because the Night Sisters kill their mates after they get pregnant.
GG.
I guess the more you know. I think that's interesting.
They're like spiders.
Right. And Maul was a spider when he was found.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting. But
That's super dark.
same mother with different dad. Okay, I guess maybe that would make sense why some are like red, some are like yellow, like with the red and black, and the yellow and greenish or whatever, like Savage was. But it's just kind of weird that like Zabraks are weird because there's Zabraks, like the ones that we think of like Maul with the horns.
Yeah.
But then like, so then there are female Zabraks that have the horns also, but Dathmirian female Zabraks don't have the horns, like Mother Talzin and Asajj Ventress. Like all the witches, they don't have the horns. So it's a very confusing.
Yeah, it's like, are the Witchers of Dathomir different?
It's like a sub. There's two. I think there's just two different kinds of Zabraks. But
Every single time you say that, I want to say Meshach. I don't know why. Every time. Every time.
I don't know. So the Zabraks and Dathmirians and all that stuff, it's like it's a weird, confusing thing we need some clarity on. But
which we might get in this show.
I don't think we will.
Yeah, probably
not. Anyway, yes. So they're back at so we go to the police station, and Captain Lawson is just basically giving an update to Two Boots because Two Boots he had to charge overnight. He gets plugged in like everyone's phone at night to make sure they're at full charge for the whole next day. And it's just basically here's some leads that we got. The Pikes are in town. Go investigate the port, space port, or whatever it was. And then Two Boots just mentions to Captain Lawson that his son Riley has a game match that day. And Lawson, oh crap, yeah, I gotta go to that. It's like, okay, cool. So then we go back to Devin and Maul. And the thing is, like, I'm super distracted by the visuals in this show. I'm just like watching the visuals. I'm not paying attention to what's being said.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
And so like
it's so well done that you're like forgetting to listen to the conversation.
Yeah. So again, so Devin, she's like in this. So when she grabs the lightsaber, it's like Maul turns the lights off basically in the whole room, whole like chamber. It's a big giant chamber. It's probably like, I don't know, like 100-foot diameter or radius, like circle or something like that. And so it's like a really big empty cylinder basic circle. And so Devin, she's using the lightsaber in the dark to try and find a way out. And during this whole time, Maul is lecturing her. And
as one does in the dark.
Yes. And so it's just, he's just talking about his main conclusion in this comment. Like I said, it's hard to pay attention because I'm just so distracted by the visual. It says I think the phraseology he used was that she has an unmet destiny of like she had this goal to be a Jedi and to bring justice and peace to the galaxy type of thing. And this is basically you're missing out now, and you're standing by doing nothing. You're just running and hiding. Like this is not what you should be doing. But we have a common enemy. Blah 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 blah. And she's again just kind of, and it's like weird because like he'd show up in the background, and like she turn around, he's gone, he's missing. Like he just disappears. Like there's literally one time where like she like slices through the dark when he's like 5 feet behind her, and like he disappears with the motion blur of the blade. Like the blade comes down and like takes him away. This is kind of interesting. Yep. So that's happened. Vario is locked up again, and he's just talking. I think it's just when he's like, "Man, I'm super hungry. If I don't eat something soon, blah blah blah." And Rook and the Mandos come and opens the door, and oh, finally, I'm hungry. Let me get some filet mignon, medium rare, blah 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 blah. Like, huh? And they're like, no. And so they take him and basically, all right, you need to tell us when the next like pike shipment is going to be, type of thing. And oh, okay, I can do that. And then we got Two Boots in the next scene. Him and another guy go meet where the pikes are at, and they're kind of talking to a group of people that were involved with the missing shipment that from last episode when Maul kills all the pikes and takes all their stuff. And he's just basically, there's kind of like, the pikes are like, this is your fault. Where's all our stuff? Who was it that did this? Like, what was blah, blah, blah. Like, and da, da, da. And they're just like conflict. And then shots fired. So then Two Boots and the other guy jump in and there's a shootout and they capture two pikes or whatever it was. But then like Rook and the Mando show up and they start blowing stuff up and trying to take everybody out, and that doesn't happen. So they escape. And then we go to Riley's lacrosse match. And it was just really weird seeing that sports stadium in Star Wars.
It's not like lacrosse. It's like it's not pickleball. What is the name of it? It's like
What are you talking about?
wiffle ball. It's like wiffle ball. Because
Wiffle ball is like baseball.
Is it?
Yeah, wiffle ball is like a baseball with like the ball with the holes in it. You play baseball with it. That's wiffle ball.
What's the one that has like the giant scoop and you throw it and you catch it with the giant scoop?
That's a different sport. That's not played on a field with small.
I know, but that's what the stick looked like, though.
No, the stick looks like a cross stick. The one you're talking about is your whole arm is like a big, huge.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
No, it's on a stick. What are you talking about? No, I bet you $100 right now that it looks closer to a. Pull it up. We see it last week.
I know, but when we saw it in this episode, it looked different.
No, it didn't. Chat,
help me out.
Tell me how right I am. It's a lacrosse game. That's all it is.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
And it's on a field too. It's not in a.
Star Wars have different sports, bro.
I'm saying it doesn't. It's not like your game where it's like in a boxed, closed room.
True. No.
Here at sea, definitely lacrosse. Whatever. But my point is, it's just weird seeing. Let's see. He had a different stick in the stadium this week, says Caleb Labatt.
See, thank you.
But it still looks like the same lacrosse thing, though. It was still a stick with a net hook thing on the end to catch whatever they're throwing, and it's on an open field. But like, I'm just saying, it's weird seeing that in Star Wars. Like we don't.
It was really weird.
I didn't really. And that's like the same like tunnel to like enter onto the field type of thing that we have. I don't know. It was just too similar to our real world for me. Like we can have like porg parmesan like we did last week and look is fine.
He also
like this was just
tea though.
Huh?
Like he had traditional tea though.
That's not the tea is okay, whatever. If you want to say it's your game, go right at it, whatever. So
no, I'm saying like because he had like traditional tea, it also felt a little different than like someone.
Yeah, but that's more Star Wars than we see tea in Star Wars before. Like it's just a hot beverage. Like a hot beverage isn't aesthetically the same as a soccer field in Europe.
Yeah.
Like
no, it is a little different for sure.
It's still closer to a lacrosse stick than what you were saying. Would you agree? The tea would have been a perfect for Wesley Andrews ad. Oh,
GG.
Too soon. But Law's son, he goes and he sees Riley. Hey, Riley, what's up? Blah blah blah. Like, how's it going? Son's happy to be there. They, oh, so and so has kept you a seat at the stage. Like, oh no, I like it down here. It's closer to the field, but closer to the action. And I'm actually like, okay, he's not going to be here the whole
He's
time.
not gonna
Like,
stay.
and which is we knew he was going to happen because there's like an open investigation. And of course, he's going to get called away. Like, he's not going to sit there for a 2 hour match or whatever.
Yeah, but it seems like also though, outside this open investigation, that he's done this before, which sucks.
Well, he's always been super busy at the police station, so like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But um, so he's standing there watching for the game to start, and then our boy Master Iko Daki comes up, and Lawson's like, "So why have you been following me?" He's like, "I mean you no harm. I'm just here about the girl." And he's like, "And who is she to you?" "She's my niece." "She's your niece? Who are you?" "I'm her uncle." I don't know. It's kind of funny that he's like being super literal about it just to like not giving information away. But he's just basically saying, giving Lawson a warning that this Maul person is someone you don't want to underestimate. He's dangerous. Like,
I tried to look up what was the game they played in the mall, and then it was like Sabak. I'm like, wait, okay, and this is not.
um, but yeah, so he calls himself Uncle Daki. I think he said it was,
Yeah,
and
Mr. Uncle.
he's just like saying this.
He
Be
reminds me
careful,
of Uncle from Avatar,
Uncle Iroh. No, he doesn't.
kind of.
No.
If he was drinking tea
Well, I'm super distracted because of
by
the
his
voice.
voice, yeah, dude, his voice is so.
No, but it sounds
Young
like that guy
sounding?
from the Allstate guy, but he's dead now. So it's not. I know it's not that guy, but
Wait, he is?
I think yeah, that guy died. I think, but like it's just,
Oh, dang,
it's almost like
GG.
the same exact voice,
Ruined my
and so like I
day.
keep thinking it's that actor, and it's that, but it's not. It's a different guy. But so I'm always distracted by his voice because it just sounds like that actor, and so, but I think it's super cool because it's a good voice. Um, but
Is he in anything else? His voice is like, it sounds young to me, like too
what?
young for his character.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that at all. It's super low and not like raspy, but like there's definitely like density to it. Um,
Oh, I didn't know it was him.
but what was I saying? Yeah, he was just warning Lawson. He walks away, and then that's when Lawson gets a call saying, "Yeah, come in. There's been an attack or a shootout or whatever." So then he's like, "Oh no, what do I do?" And right as he's like thinking about it, like you hear the PA guy, and Riley Lawson with another point for the team, blah blah blah. And then so then his son runs over just to see his dad, and his dad is gone. And so like you could have just waited another 30 seconds to say hi to your son when he like you knew he was going to look at you. You could have waited 30 seconds to like wave and then leave, but
Yeah.
because now his son thinks that he didn't see the point at all, which he didn't because he was talking
Yeah, I was gonna
to
say
Daki,
didn't
but
though. So
whatever. Um, and then we flash over to Maul again, and with Devin, and he's just continuing his trying to get in her head and to lecture her and re-educate her and all this stuff. And he's like, "I can help you. Like, I can help you be a stronger version of yourself. You're being held back by the Jedi. Just listen to me." And she's like, "I don't need your help." Blah blah blah. And he mentions, "Have you encountered any of the Jedi hunters yet?" Implying Inquisitors.
yeah,
So that's interesting that he is aware that the Inquisitors exist.
yeah.
Um, so does that mean he's faced off against an Inquisitor before? I
Maul.
don't know, but you would think that if he did, then
It'd
the
be all
Empire
over
would be
him.
more.
Yeah, I don't think he has yet.
But how does he know? That's my question. Like, how does he
He's
know that
probably
the?
heard of other Jedi's being kidnapped.
I don't know.
He
I
has
don't.
eyes and ears everywhere, man.
No, he doesn't. He has a small group of Mandalorians and 2 Zabraks. Like, he doesn't have as big of reach as you'd think he does right now. That's why he's trying to like build things up. And
Yeah. Well, we get more details too in the next episode of like Maul's character and everything.
as far as what?
Of like his relationship with the Pikes.
Oh yeah. So, well, yeah, we'll get to that next episode. But it's just like I just thought it was interesting that he's aware of the Inquisitors. Um, because I feel like it would have been better if
If
he
he
didn't know
didn't know,
anything about them,
yeah,
and so when they
that's
do
true.
show up,
That
he's
would have
kind of
you'd be like,
like
"What the heck are who are you?"
yeah, and maybe caught off guard, like where he didn't
That
see
would have
it
been kind of
coming,
cool.
and he has to like he kind of like loses the first time because he wasn't ready for him, and he escapes or something. Like I think that would be kind of cool,
Yeah, I
just to
agree.
see him
Struggle a little bit.
struggle and like have to reevaluate and like him and that kind of like motivates Devin to like want to join
Oh,
Maul because if
join
Maul
Maul.
can't defeat the Inquisitors, then she definitely can't. So then she has to rely on him to like be a duo to like fight off the Inquisitors.
Yeah,
Um,
which I feel like we might get that just in a
well,
different
yeah, they
way.
are going to fight Inquisitors together, but it's just like I thought it would have been better if he didn't
I
know they
agree.
existed.
I think that would have been a cool, better, like catch him off guard would have been kind of cooler.
Yep. Um, so then during this, then you know, Devin, she looks up and she sees that there's light up there and that she can just climb up, and that's how she can get out. So she then just starts climbing and to leave. Um, so then Captain Lawson, he goes to the spaceport where the shootout was, and Two Boots is still like, we need to call the Empire. Like, this is what we need to do. And Lawson's like, no, and Tubus is like, well, this doesn't make sense. Like, we used to call the Republic for help with issues smaller than this, and they'd send a Jedi. Like, so we should definitely be calling the Empire for something as large scale as this. And he's like, no. And Two Boots is like, I don't understand. Like, is there something emotional about this? Is it because your ex-wife works for the Empire? Like, oh dang! Like,
Yeah, that was huge,
that
bro.
was like a a very
That
like
was
jab. Like,
that. But also, it like explains so much in such little terms, like why
right,
he's refusing, why his kid can't really go stay with his mom.
right.
You know what I mean? Because she's working with the Empire. Like, is she part of like she's high ranked in the Empire? Like, what is she doing with the Empire? It's gonna get very interesting really quick.
But I wonder because she said it's a Tubu says she's ex-wife. So did she join the Empire and then they got a divorce, or were they divorced already and then she
Join the Empire.
joined Empire? Or was it like because they got a divorce, she needed a job or something, or needed better whatever, and so then she joins it. Like we don't know how it plays out,
Yeah, we
but
don't know.
it's just interesting because I feel like it'd be better if they were married still and they're on opposite sides. Like that would be, I feel, more interesting because then it's like he has responsibility to her or a connection with her in a way that would affect choices. But when out they're divorced, like it's
Or
less of a like importance to him. But like I guess they do have a shared child, so then they gotta like it does affect him still. But
well, and now would it make sense why he's so aware of the crime syndicates that are working. He knows them personally, like the leaders, and he's letting them still operate in certain aspects because he's willing to let certain things kind of go down as long as the Empire doesn't get involved.
Right.
And he knows that the Empire doesn't bring people together, it tears people apart because of his own experience. So it made it seem like maybe she joined the Empire and then they got divorced.
Possibly.
So
I
I don't
guess
know.
we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Um, but I don't know. I'm kind of. I think it's interesting, but I also feel like I don't really care about Lawson's family thing. Like I get last week I for sure
Yeah.
didn't care. You know, him going to his son's lacrosse match, I didn't care. And now, they reveal this about the wife, and it makes me care more about the relevance of his family life. But it's also like, is it really going to matter by the end of the first season,
See, I
his family
that's so
drama?
funny because I was more invested in him as a character in the first two episodes, and now I really am more invested in the Maul's character, so I don't really care. Because to your point, the outcome's the same. Like, does it really matter? Because I feel like this boy's not gonna last that long, or like they're not gonna stay on this planet much longer, anyways.
And there has to be something where somehow Maul goes after Riley and captures Riley. But
Mm,
now that spoiler, at the end of this fourth episode, the Empire shows up. So it's like, is Maul really going to waste his time with Riley when he's dealing with the Empire Inquisitors? So it's like, what are they doing with this whole family drama stuff? I don't know. Hopefully, it pays off.
hopefully, it's not just filler.
Yep. But after that comment by Two Boots, you could tell that Lawson was kind of offended by it. So he orders him, Two Boots, to not call the Empire. It's my call. And then Two Boots is like, "Yep, you're right. Sorry to not undermine your authority. I won't call the Empire." Um, then the Mandos and Vario, they kind of set up a video holo call with the Pikes, and Vario is basically, hey, we had nothing to do with your shipment that went awry the other day. Like, that was Nicodemus's people. Like, after he died, there was his syndicate fell apart in the last few days, and that was just a few people trying to get a cash grab while they still could, type of thing. But I know there's this disagreement between us. This conflict is not good for business, so I'm going to pay you back twice of what you got lost, and blah blah blah, or whatever it was, just so we're all on good terms again. And the Pikes and the kit leader was like, deal, come to us here. I forget what the planet it was. Planet was in Clone Wars, but I don't think it's just like a Pike planet. I don't think it's Kessel,
Mm-mm.
but um. So yeah, so then they go to this planet, and so Vario, he has a little pistol blaster on him, and he kind of looks at it down at it, like with a smile, like, all right, I got to do this. So they go to the Pike HQ. Um, they let him pass. He identified himself, and immediately he was approved to land. And he's super nervous about what's about to go down. And the Pikes are counting the money, and he goes over to Krim. I think it was Krim was there. He's like, or no, it wasn't Krim. It was one of the other Pikes, and it was like, hey, I had to do this. Like, I had no choice. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's here. And they're like, what? Well, scan the ship. And he's like, there's another life form on board. And then out of nowhere, in quotation marks, Maul jumps down and starts killing all the Pikes. So you knew right away it wasn't
No, I didn't.
Maul. Like,
I did not catch it.
oh, you didn't catch it?
No.
I was like, it's weird that he's covering his face. Like, they're
I
not
thought it
showing his
was just
face.
like him trying to be more like secretive. I don't know.
Oh, and you could tell, like, it was
Well, after the fact, I understood right away. Like, but like in the moment when I was watching with Miles, I was like, "Dang, you just killed it!" Miles was like, "Dude, he's so cool!" And like, we were not like, it was not like me watching it.
because the guy was shorter and like more stockier compared to
Yeah,
Maul,
yeah,
who's
yeah.
tall and slender. So it just looked different.
He's a pretty good fighter, though.
He's a straight muscle. That's all it was. He was just plowing, running forward because he didn't block any blaster bolts or anything. Like he just
That's true.
went straight at him, cut them all up, and then as he's about to kill the last one, Vario takes out his blaster and stuns him, thinking that it was Maul, and he's like perfect. And so they go to Krim, and who's the leader, and he just says, "Make sure you tell everyone, blah blah blah, that I'm the one that brought Maul to you. We're on the same team." And so then they go and they bring him to Krim, and then he's just like takes off the thing. This is not Maul, and essentially like Duel of the Fates. The door opens up in the back, and Maul is standing
Yeah,
there. He has one half of his lightsaber, and he because they took the saber from the first guy, and Krim is holding it. So then Maul turns the saber on using the Force and cuts
yep.
Krim up with it right there and yeets it back to him like.
That part was so.
And
Miles was like, "Oh, that was so cool."
yeah, and then puts the sabers together, and then this kills everybody. Like it's so like there's no robot, no droids. Like these are all
It
just
was
getting
pretty intense.
killed, dude. Like it's just so violent, so good.
So
It's only TV, PG TV or whatever for it, TV PG whatever it is, but whatever. And then there's like last three pikes. They're like stop and like drop their weapons. Like hey, don't worry about us. And he's like cool. And they all bow to him. And then he asks the one guy like, "You're the head of the guard or whatever." He's like, "What's your name?" or whatever. And I don't think I wrote it down. But yeah, he's like, "All right, you're in charge here, but you answer to me," which is an interesting way to like word it. You're in charge, but you answer to me. I thought it was a cool way of phrasing it. And so Maul is now in control of the Pike Syndicate. Um, and so what we learned, like you mentioned it earlier, was that when Maul fled Mandalore at the end of the Clone Wars, like so when he escapes the ship that he steals from Ahsoka and Rex in the finale,
mhm.
he goes to this Krim guy, the Pike leader, for help and refuge and stuff. And so like he had a close relationship, but then he was like, "You betrayed me, basically, and that's why I had to kill you." And so that was interesting to learn that.
Yeah,
Cause I just thought that he just left, and then he just got in contact with the few Mandalorians that were loyal to him, and then he went and got some Zabraks, and that was that. But apparently, it wasn't that easy. He had to like rely on someone else to take
yep.
care of him for a bit, which was interesting.
So that was episode 4, right?
No,
Yeah, that whole fight scene's in the first part of episode 4.
is it?
Yeah, because the end of episode 3 is when he's fighting uh the Jedi still.
Oh,
That's like the first opening scene of episode 4.
oh, I guess I just. Oops.
It's
Well, because it
okay.
says like he leaves to the Pikes. So
Yeah, that's the end of.
I guess it was all. I thought it was all one scene.
No, it is if you watch it back to back.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
So the end of the episode 3 though was two scenes left in episode 3. Um, back at the police station. Um, Two Boots was basically out of line
Yes.
and gets kind of like desk duty from the chief. So the woman there is the ch- chief of police,
Hmm.
and so that happens, and then the episode ends with Devin getting to the top of the whatever and escape, and there's just a bridge platform. There's a light at the end on the other side
Yeah.
to escape, and she's going, and then Maul walks in, and you see the silhouette of his head onto the bridge, and they fight, and it was super good.
Yeah.
The choreography was. I just really like Devin's style because it's
Yeah.
very like I don't know how to like describe it. Very like because she's a Padawan. It's like oh she's just remembering her training. She's just following the forms and what she's supposed to
Yeah.
do.
It
But
very much felt like you're watching like young Anakin fight, like in the Clone Wars movie.
Clone Wars movie.
Yeah.
I mean like Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
more long, swingier motions. Not like
it's actually had. I thought it was more like short and compact because she's like she
in
always like
moments.
huh.
Yeah, in moments it was like kind of like young Ahsoka, like very close to her. But then I feel like her long swings were kind of longer than they like. It felt like you're watching a Padawan, not as much as like a master.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I'm just saying it looked like she was very like sticking to a specific form that she was trained in,
Mm.
and she was very like deliberate
Hmm.
with everything rather
Yeah,
than reacting to
true.
Maul.
More of like a defensive
And
fighting style.
so the Maul is just baiting her and like arguing with her. And see, Marina says may have been her first time doing an opponent who's not her master. That is true because unless you fought Grievous or Dooku, you didn't.
You
There's
didn't
no
fight.
Jedi that actually
Yeah.
fought anyone with a lightsaber before. Which, and Caleb says at times she was using some Obi-Wan stuff. Form 3 stances defensive.
Hmm.
I don't know how to identify lightsaber forms. Like I don't know anything about that stuff. There's like 7 forms.
I mean, it was good, but the whole time Maul had one hand up behind his back,
Yeah,
like he was like kind of toying with her a little bit.
and that's the big thing about like lightsabers. That's like a thing that like the Jedi have lightsabers. They learn how to duel with lightsabers, but man, my
But
nose. I'm like about to
about to
sneeze for a
sneeze.
third time. um, but like they learn the lightsaber duel, but they don't believe there's ever going to be an instance when
Uh,
they would have to do a
use it.
lightsaber duel, which is just a
Yeah.
weird thing. Sure, there's like Jedi that go rogue, like from the High Republic. That crazy guy that like ripped his eyes out, Oslin or whatever his name was.
Hmm.
And let's see, Rich says, and Maul kind of used Dooku style.
Yeah,
Marina
kind of.
says, how to rage bait Maul, fight back with Kenobi moves. Yeah. Um, but yeah, but their fight was really good, and it was very like there was one time when Devin's knocked down, she does kind of like a breakdance windmill to get
Yeah,
up.
windmill with a flip up. That was pretty
um,
cool.
and then he
And you
just
could see that her strikes were getting more intense because she started getting angry, and that's what Maul was trying to pull out of her.
yeah,
Like
and she actually like bested him once, where she then like force pushes him back, and he's kind of like I wouldn't say he's like surprised, but like
impressed.
yeah, maybe impressed that like she was getting aggressive.
Yeah.
And then she, because how it turned around, like she was able to then be on the side closest to the exit, and then she's like continue to fight, right? Run. She goes to run, and then she
It would have been cool if she like force ran.
force speed. We'll never see that again. True.
No, I know it's so dumb.
Um,
One time.
right. And so then she runs off, and he's like, "I need that lightsaber back," and he pulls it out, and she then runs. Oh, but she's like, "I'll be needing that back, Devin." And so then she is like, "Oh crap! How does he know my name?" And
Yeah.
then she runs. Now we got some voicemails concerning this scene, but we'll play those at the end. So I don't want to like spoil anything from those because there's stuff that they bring up that Marina and Uretzi mention about this that happens, and I'm like, it kind of changes how we understand canon Star Wars. No, like I didn't even realize it until they said it. So that's
Now
episode
I
or
want to know.
chapter 3, Whispers in the Unknown.
No.
All right, well, that brings us to chapter 4, Pride and Vengeance, and I guess I already
Spoiled like
spoiled the first opening scene because I didn't realize I jumped the gun, but that's okay.
or the blade.
Yep. Oh, I do have it in my notes that the new head pike is Cult, Kalt. So he's in charge.
Yes. No, but that part was like going back to that part. Besides the fighting scene, like when Maul like says like pretty much like I went back to you guys after what happened on Mandalore, and you guys just left me. So I thought that was pretty cool to like get more of that story and explaining like closing the gap a little bit in the storyline about like Maul's issues with all of them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I think he even used the phrase I was weak and alone when I came to you type of thing, which is interesting for him to admit type of that type of like state of mind.
be that vulnerable with
Yeah.
them, and they still just, which I mean, that's what they do though.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's what criminal organ like they're gonna take advantage of each other as much as they can. So Maul is a big player in the galaxy. If he's vulnerable and weak, they're not gonna help him. Just kind of surprised they didn't try to kill him.
Right.
Or maybe they did try to kill him.
I don't know. But then the next scene, we're back in the city, and Devin is trying to find her way back to her master, and her master's about to go into the sewers, and he senses her, and he's like, Padawan, and then she jumps down into the alley, and they hug, and then she's like, how'd you find me? But I searched the whole city for you. I'm like, how did he search the whole city for her? Like, that's a giant city with all those buildings. Like,
The amount that he moves, though, I believe it.
I don't know, but they go down to sewers, and they have a little hideout down there, which is I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know, it's just like a little like down the ladder with like
Turtle.
sewer, and it's like it's like a little small little like platform ledge, and I thought it was like it's kind of homey. Like I could live down there. I don't know. And so then he gives her like I'm guessing it was her Jedi robe and lightsaber. I don't know. It was like something cloth rolled up and then her lightsaber on top. And she's like, "Thank you for keeping this safe for me." And Devin is like, "Hey, I know where Maul is. Like we're Jedi. We can go get him. Like we need to bring justice." And Master Daki is like, there's no more justice anymore. Like we're no longer in power. Like, there's no standard of justice anymore. And which is funny because you go all the way back to Clone Wars season 7, when he's talking to Ahsoka in the throne room, he says there's no justice, no law, no order, no justice, like, except for what will come and replace it. And so it's
Mhm.
like he's agreeing with Maul's declaration in his speech on Mandalore. Like, there is no justice anymore. Like, we're not that standard anymore. Like, there's nothing we can do. And Devin's like, well, what about like the police? Like Captain Lawson, like he's someone we can trust. He seems like a good guy. And then Daki's like, yeah, probably. Um, so then it goes to the station and it says, oh, they got a new tip, but it was like directed at Director Lawson. And he's like, yeah, it says it's from your Uncle Daki. I didn't even know you had Uncle Daki. um, and like, oh, this is like an abandoned part of the city. Like, yeah, it does make sense of why someone would be there. He goes to the police chief to like get permission to get a strike
Mhm.
team ready, and she's like, granted. And we'll just say this here rather than when we get to it, but their initial strike team was super small.
Yeah, like why didn't they bring
Like,
more
then like 5 minutes
droids?
later, everyone else shows up, and there's like 200 police droids.
Yeah.
Like, they should have showed up with everybody at one time.
Yeah.
Whatever, but uh, and because of the magnitude of this strike team, like Two Boots is like, well, now we have to call the Empire. Like, this supersedes, your authority.
Yep.
Saying it to Captain Lawson. Like, I have to. So he goes over to like the computer system to call, which is the same. I think the same computer system that like we see in Andor, like when
Yep.
Cyril is like making secret calls to Dedra, like that terminal, like is a this very similar, same Imperial way of communication. And so Two Boots is about to push send, and Captain Lawson turns him off.
Yep.
I'm like, well, obviously when he wakes up, he's gonna just send the call, like, but whatever.
But someone
Um,
has to turn them back on.
well, right, but I'm saying when he gets turned back on, I'm like, oh, I gotta send this email quick, and so I didn't. I was like, it was just a delay, but like I knew it wasn't gonna. I knew by the end of the episode they were gonna call the Empire, so it's
Yeah.
whatever. Um, so Devin and Master Daki, they're at the hideout, like where Maul's hideout is, and they're waiting for the police to show up before they do anything. So then the police arrive. They go in, and they're met by Vario. Hey guys, I got a message here. Here's a little call. Here, Maul wants to talk to you. And Maul is on the hollow call, and he's like, "You guys are completely outmatched." And that's when like all the Mandalorians come out and surround him, and there's a much bigger team than we realized. Cause like inside, where like those little like holding cell things were like, there's only like 10 of them, but now there's probably like 20 plus of them
Mhm.
that surround him. And Maul was basically like, let's just make a deal. Like, we don't gotta fight. We can just make a deal. Just let me operate here without any restrictions. Don't come after me or any of the crime syndicates. Just let us do our thing, and we can just live at peace because we do not want the Empire here. Like, we both have the same thing. No Empire. Just keep this under the table. We'll be good to go. And Lawson's like, nope, you guys are going to surrender and we're going to bring you in. We're going to, put you on trial and all this stuff and get a fair trial, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, nope, no deal. And so while this is happening, because Maul, he's, doing a hollow call, the police have their own little like camera drone thing going around trying to find the signal, trying to find where Maul is, and finds Maul. He looks over and then uses the force to crush it. I thought that was a
Hmm.
good scene. Uh, so chaos just erupts. It's just chaos. Like the police are surrounded. They're just trying not to die. They're using their shields the best they can, and they're while this is happening, Master Daki and Devin are coming down, trying to get to where they are, trying to find Maul also, and they they find Maul, and he's like, "Oh, Devin, I knew you'd return. Oh, and then you brought your master too. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Master who? Daki? Oh, nice. It's an honor. Blah blah blah." And Master Daki's basically like, "All right, we're here to bring you to justice," even though he just had his whole anti-justice speech. And he's like, even in the darkest times, there can still be justice. There still can be light, and we're gonna do this. And uh, so then they just start fighting. And so there was a little part of Maul's speech was like, you guys have basically force users are gods, and people should submit to us, and we should just use our power. And you know, Daki's like, no, we only use the force to help those in need. Blah blah blah. And Maul is just arguing back, and then it goes to Devin, and she's kind of thinking like, Maul's kind of right. We have this power. We shouldn't be living in hiding. We shouldn't be doing like. We should be the one leading the way. Um, and so then this is when the fight begins, and super flashy because it's all in the dark. So it's like the lightsabers are super bright against the
Hmm.
black. It's just a very like vivid color scheme compared to like what we saw in Clone Wars. Um, just because technology is better, so the lighting is better, and how they can control lighting and the
Yeah.
glow and stuff. And I thought it was really cool. And there's one scene where like Devin gets pushed back, and she puts her saber in the ground, and like you see the line in the floor of it melted from the saber. And it's
Hmm.
like the animation of like the melted stuff was like the stylized like matte painting type stuff. And
Yeah.
so it was like cool. This like in these two episodes, you see the most like use of the matte paintings and like them inserting everything into the matte paintings. And it's just I don't know. I just really think this is the most unique art styles I've ever seen. Like in even like in many different kinds of movies and shows and whatnot. This is a
Yeah.
very unique style of an approach to things that is paying off really well.
I also liked it like the couple times where Maul and Devin like had their lightsaber and Maul's like swinging down on her and she's blocking with her lightsaber and his face when he's talking, the reflection of the blue and red kind of make his face like yellow. I thought that was really cool. How even like the slightly different color on his face due to like the reflection of the lightsabers. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
Like it's very detailed. This fight was amazing though.
yeah, it was really good, and like it's only going to get better. Like when they're facing off against Inquisitors and stuff,
Oh
it's just
yeah,
going to
dude.
be pretty amazing. What I really, really appreciated that they did was Master Daki kicks Maul's knee and like
Push
doesn't
them
break the
back.
knee, but
Yeah.
messes it up, and which is something that Obi-Wan did to Savage when
Mhm.
Obi-Wan was fighting Savage and Maul. Like Obi-Wan kept kicking the same knee on Savage, and that ruined Savage's ability to fight, and then it ends up like snapping or whatever. I think he broke his leg or whatever. Um, but it's just a parallel of like taking out the knee, kicking the knee in hopes to
Mhm.
like take them down. And so that was really cool. But then Maul kicks Daki in the ribs and knocks him down and like basically broke his ribs.
Yeah.
Um, And so Maul is about to kill Daki, and then Devin jumps in and blocks.
Yep.
But then while this is happening, backup arrives. All kinds of police come. The spy bot droid, he comes in. All right, time to run, and he comes in with smoke to like block everything, blind everyone, so that everyone can escape. Lawson, when he was on the bottom, he saw the lightsaber flashing up top, and so he makes his way up, and so then he finds Devin and Daki by themselves, and Devin has a lightsaber on and turns it off, and he's like, "Why didn't you guys tell me you were Jedi?" And Daki's like, "For reasons I think you know."
Yeah.
It was just
like,
just funny.
duh.
Um,
But also, like, you didn't realize that he was a Jedi with how he would come into scenes and leave
well, he
in the
doesn't
middle.
know,
Like,
but yeah. So that was really cool. So then now they know what they're up against, like all this stuff. So they then leave. The police show up. They take over the place. They just take the body. There's like doing an investigation, blah blah, and then just taking, I was say, rolling people out on gurneys, but hovering people out on gurneys.
mhm.
We then see Devin and Master Daki kind of like back in the alleyways, and Daki's not doing too good. He's holding his chest and he's hurting. So I don't know what his fate is going to be. Like, I was really excited for a Maul versus Master Daki, but I don't know if we're going to get any more fights. I thought there was going to be
I
Daki
thought
trying to
Docu was
save
going to be like
Devin.
way more intense.
Do you think we're still going to get, though, Daki versus Maul? Like, Daki's going to try and.
What's going to happen is that Devin, the Inquisitors are going to come for Maul and then find out Devin is a Jedi and start hunting her. And then Daki ends up dying to the Inquisitor, which will make Devin join Maul to fight the
Possibly.
Empire.
Possibly. Because I feel like we have to see Daki sacrifice his life to save Devin.
And he will, but it won't be to Maul. It will be to
To an Inquisitor.
Inquisitor because she has to join Maul.
Right.
And she'll join Maul if her master dies to the Empire and Maul's against the Empire.
Right. That would make sense.
So,
but it's just like
to me would make the most sense.
Yeah, it does make the most sense. But it's just like now that he's hurt, like, is he going to be able to fight? So it's like, I don't know.
Or what are those Inquisitors just gonna be crazy wild and just like go kill him randomly? And then she's like, "Holy, what are we doing?"
Right.
Mom, I need your help.
But did you see? I really like Daki's lightsaber though. It was like a cone
sweet.
shape.
Yeah,
like it was really interesting.
Like ice cream.
Yeah, because it was like a cone. Like the lightsaber was the ice cream on you. Like the cone was up to
like
the blade.
A waffle cone.
Kind of, yeah. Actually, I thought it was a really interesting lightsaber. But we've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen a saber like that type of shape before. Usually just a cylinder of some sort. So that was cool.
Made me hungry for ice cream. I'll tell you that. Blueberry swirl.
Was that your favorite kind of ice cream? Blueberry swirl?
No, it's a lightsaber.
So then Maul and his cronies, they're running and trying to escape, and Maul's the last out, and he turns a corner and his knee gives out a little bit, and he's trying to like pop it back into place basically, and then he uses the Force to collapse the tunnel, and then they can hear up on the surface things going down, something's happening, and Rook is like, something's happening, like we're missing, something's going on up on top side. And so then so then Captain Lawson is there, at Maul's now former base with all the other police, and Two Boot shows up, And Lawson's like, "Hey, I'm sorry for turning you off. I just had to do it." And he's like, "I apologize." And then he's like, Two Boots is like, "Well, I hope you can forgive me for what I did." And like, "Oh no." And so then it goes back up to the surface, and we see a Star Destroyer coming in with a variation of the Imperial March.
And Miles, that's Vader. Vader's coming. That's his ship.
I don't know. I don't know my ships. I don't know if that's probably not his ship
No,
at
I
that
don't think
point.
so. I don't think it is either. But I just like Miles' response was like, "Holy crap, Vader's coming!" And it was so funny. I was dying. He was like so like, "Oh my goodness, this is about to go crazy."
Because I
Which he's
think
not wrong, but I don't think Vader's gonna come. Inquisitors are gonna come
I don't
first.
think Vader's gonna come, but I think at this point, based on our guesstimations, that this show is running parallel to the time of the Master of Evil book we just read. Because that's
Mm.
so both these take place about a year after episode 3. So I think right now Darth Vader is jumping into a black hole inside a weird temple that's stuck in hyperspace from that book.
Yeah.
Talking to Padme in a force vision in some dark side nexus or whatever.
God,
So
that book was a big letdown. It looked so cool. The cover had so much potential.
yep. But that's that. So that's episode or chapter 4, Pride and Vengeance. And so we got
Yeah.
3 more weeks left.
I know. Overall, though, we didn't really say this before, but I really enjoyed these episodes. I thought they're really well done. I thought the stuff we learned in these episodes was like, it was very knowledgeable and really good. And Maul's already struggling 2 episodes in, or 4 episodes in, he's already struggling. Like, it's moving quick, which
It
is
is.
kind of cool. Because, like, he took over in 2 episodes, and then he's already back to the sewers in 2 episodes. But he's also in charge of like crime syndicate or
Pikes.
the Pikes already, which is kind of intense too. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. I think
And
it's
did we see what happened to Vario in this episode? This 4th episode? Did he get captured by the police or did Maul still
Novario
have
was
him
in that tunnel with them.
when they were escaping?
Yeah, he's like
Okay.
the last one that runs before Maul comes. You just see his little
okay.
shadow head.
All right. Okay.
Every single time too, like when they say Vario, it sounds like they're saying Mario. Like every time for
Oh,
me, I'm
you hear
like,
Mario? I never.
I always hear Mario. I'm like, that's not its name.
Well, his first name's Luti. But think of like
Luigi
Vario.
Mario.
But Vario sounds like a crime boss name,
Yeah, yeah. But then you see him.
and he's a little. I don't even know tadpole thing. I don't know what he is.
But I don't know. For me, like these 2 episodes, especially with the hidden Maul, the fake Maul duplicate, it really felt like I was watching like the Joker and Dark Knight with his like fake clowns. Like it was really cool feeling. Like I thought of once like that scene happened, like I instantly like was brought back to the Dark Knight. Like so I thought that was pretty cool. Like it gives a little Batman. It's to me it very much feels Batman-y without actually a
Oh,
Batman.
what if it's like the Dark Knight and Maul is going to capture Riley and his ex-wife, and it's going to be like in a movie when like his girlfriend is in one building and the other guy is in another building, and he gives the addresses, but he says them the opposite. So then Lawson goes to save his son, but when he gets there, it's his wife, and then his son dies.
Oh, stop.
Just like the Dark Knight,
Dude,
kids.
if they do that, how many people would be mad? Oh. But yeah, does it kind of give that like not like there's no Batman character, but it's like Joker and like this like leader, which is like I don't know, like the main sheriff and or head of the police in Batman. Like it kind of
Right.
feels like that.
Kind of. Yeah.
And
But I think it would
Flash.
be, I think story wise, like Lawson, if like the, somehow he blames the Empire for the death of his son or something like that, is what he then ends up joining, helping Maul or something.
I think that would make his character actually mean something.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen though. Like
And
there's got
I
to
think
be
his wife
some
has to show
meaning.
up too. Like,
Oh, I
or they
think
have,
she's on that ship
yeah, right. But then it's like, as much as I want that, it's a distraction from like
from
Maul being the
Maul
focus. So
for
it's like he's
sure.
probably not going to do that.
Well,
But
hopefully not. It is Disney though.
we'll see. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm really enjoying the show so far, like a lot.
And so far right now, it's the highest rated Star Wars show on Rotten Tomatoes.
I believe it.
But I feel like that's the same for like every show. Like the first week or two, it's always like
There's one show in
people are on board,
particular
and then I think the same with Andor season 2. Like it was like already like it was like number one
forever.
rated, like of all TV shows of all time, like the most highest rated, and
And
then
is it not now?
no, it dropped way down.
Oh, but Andor is still amazing. But like first couple episodes of um what's that?
Acolyte.
Acolyte. Which did I tell you last week we watched Maul and then it ended and the first thing it makes you watch after that on Disney Plus if you don't touch the TV is the Acolyte. So then
Oh.
Miles started watching the first episode of the Acolyte and then I came in after I was like cooking dinner. And I was like, "What are you watching?" He's like, "I've never seen this. This is so cool." And I was like, "Oh, poor guy. He doesn't even understand."
You just gotta get him to episode 5 and the most amazing lightsaber duels we've ever
I
seen are
mean,
in that episode.
he
But
he likes like all the fighting stuff. He just doesn't understand like
why the show's
the
crap?
issues. Yeah. So like for him, he likes it, and yeah.
Fun. All right, well that's everything for Maul. So we just gotta transition to everyone's favorite time of every episode, voicemail time.
Let's go. It's voicemail time.
All right, fun. We have 6 voicemails tonight. So first one up is from
Ooh.
Stelio, who sent in one last week. I was like, hey, you gotta call in every week now and give us your thoughts or give us a question or something. So he took up our challenge, and so he's sent in one tonight. So let's take a listen.
Hey, it's Stelio Contos from the group chat. Just finished watching those Maul Shadow Lord episodes. I was wondering what you guys sort of thought of some of Lawson's moral dilemmas. Like he's the guy's in a tough place in these 2 episodes, man. I kind of wondering what your thoughts are on that. Maybe you'll get into it a bunch in the podcast anyway. As far as my thoughts, I thought these 2 episodes were a step better from what was already good, so I'm super happy with it so far. And I thought it was interesting how that fight at the end almost mirrored Duel of the Fates. It was
Oh, true. Yeah.
definitely the future of the Apprentice was in contention in sort of a 2v1 where Maul defeats the Master. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'd be kind of curious to see how it plays out at the end.
All right, thank you.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
2v1. Maul's involved in a lot of those. So like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan episode 1, and like, but then he's like part of like other ones, like where it's like him and Savage against Obi-Wan. So there's always like these uneven battles like that Maul's a part of.
Well, and then Maul and his brother against Palpatine.
Yep, that too.
So
And so
yeah, he's not really about the odds.
no, so it's always, but at the
And
end
then
of the
when
day though,
he's even with odds with Ahsoka, you know how that really went for
right.
him.
But Maul always fails at everything he does. So
Poor guy.
he gets so high up, he's pushing the rock up the hill and he gets almost there and then just rolls back down and he has
That's
to
what I'm
start
saying.
all
He's
over
like
again.
already has to start over.
Yep.
We're 2 episodes into the show, or 4 episodes.
2 weeks in, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but his question also was Lawson's moral dilemmas. Yeah. So, he wants to have a relationship with his son after a divorce, but he has like a responsibility to protect the city from a potentially very high threat crime syndicate, crime lords, something going on that he doesn't really know exactly. And so it's like, what do you do? Like, people say, your family comes before your work, but like you quitting your job to have a good father-son relationship could be the death of who knows how many people. So it's like, and if things get too crazy, then the Empire comes in and it just ruins the whole planet. So it's like he's trying to do the best he can. So it is a crazy dilemma. So I'm sure we'll find out how he balances out and how it plays out, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll find out. All right. Next 2 we have from our good friend Marina. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Hey, Empire Radio, this is Marina, aka The Village Jedi. I just have to say, I love the pacing of this show. It is on par with Andor, where it's just continual action, continual suspense, and you're just wondering what is going to happen next. Not to mention the visuals, the sound. I just absolutely love everything. I wish I had some sort of constructive criticism, but I really don't. I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau know exactly what they want to give us when it comes to Star Wars, which makes me even more excited for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie and excited for the rest of this show. I feel like 2 episodes per week is not enough. I'm saying that like we're spoiled, but I cannot get enough. I also feel like I put it in the Discord, but now I need to say it on air as well. I have a huge unapologetic crush on Maul after this week, which should be predictable considering I also have a crush on Revenge of the Sith Anakin and Kylo Ren. I'm low-key disappointed in myself, but also I gotta face facts. Like this week, yikes. Okay, anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Can't wait to listen this week. Bye.
She's all about the bad boys, apparently.
Yeah, like what is with all these like girls are always into the bad boys? Like, and then let's see, Yuretsi says yes with a bunch of E's and S's and exclamation points, and Maul with a lot of L's and heart.
Nice guys finish last.
Yeah, that's tell me about it. Huh? But like, I don't know. It's just a weird.
It's always a thing.
It's a weird thing that girls are always into the bad boys, but
Yeah.
well, okay. What was her?
She has
first part
nothing wrong with the show, and she loves it. She's excited to see the
really, really good. But I guess she mentioned like Dave Filoni. Like I guess I didn't pay attention to credits. Like, what is Dave Filoni credited as? Because like obviously the show was in
this show
production. That's what I'm asking. Like, is obviously the show was in production before Dave took over.
Oh,
so it's like, how close was he? Like, direct? I didn't even look. It was written, directed.
I think it's
executive
written,
produced. Like,
I think it's directed by Dave Filoni. I think that's like he's the first person on all the credits.
Is it? Chat, let us know who Dave Filoni. What is he like in the credits on these episodes? Is he director, writer? Is it producer or whatever? But like, so I guess I didn't think to look. And she also mentioned Jon Favreau. Is he in the?
Yeah, I didn't know he was involved in this.
Is he involved in this show too? I don't know. It's a good question, but
I think when people think of Dave Filoni, some people just assume Jon Favreau's involved,
right? And he was
always the case
because Maul,
Mando.
No, Dave Filoni
Oh.
was a chief creative officer, so like he would have been involved in the show obviously because he's going to be part of every project. But so
I'm pretty sure he's the director, but you have to help us. We know
and so then the show is great. She said there's no constructive criticism. I think just sometimes our criticism was like, what did she say? He's credited as creator, executive producer, and developer. Perfect. Thank you, Yaretsi.
What about Jon Favreau?
Yeah, what about Jon Favreau? Is he involved at all in this? But like I said, the one constructive thing was like they could do less with the whole family drama stuff, but if they bring it in more to create a bigger moral dilemma for Lawson's character, then it would make more sense. So it's like
it would make more sense, but to your point though, is it going to distract us from the Maul storyline?
Yeah,
which it kind of already is.
But once the show is said and done, looking back, then it wouldn't be a distraction if it's done well. But
true,
once it's said and done, then it might not be that great. So we'll have to see. But as long as we're getting all these lightsaber duels and people are getting killed every episode, I think it's going to be hard to ruin this show the way that it's going. So cool. All right, that was number 1. So listen to number 2 from Marina.
Hey guys, I don't know if you're going to be talking about this during your episode, because obviously voicemails come at the end. But I'm writing up my notes for what I'm going to be talking about. And one of the parts that I'm just floored by, it's so cool, is at the end of chapter 3, after Maul and Devin have their fight on the like balcony bridge thing, their bridge fight. In the subtitles, it says Maul's lightsaber speaks an alien language. And surprise, Devin looks at the saber that spoke, and then Maul before turning to run. Maul then force grabs his saber and then says, "I'm going to need that back, Devin." Which implies, at least to me, that the Force revealed her name to him, and she heard it too. Which is kind of awesome. So anyways, I think that is super cool and a nice touch that I'm going to catch every time I rewatch that episode. Super cool. It's the things in the subtitles, Anyways. Okay, bye.
All right, thank you, Marina. So I did go back and look at it after she sent us in, and it does say that. So like it's the whisper thing that we hear in Duel of the Fates in episode 1, and the whisper here happens again, like the Ravakana or whatever the whisper is. That's said to be the lightsaber speaking an alien language. What the heck does that mean? I have no idea.
That's intense.
And so the Force would then be speaking through the lightsaber somehow, through a language that maybe it's like related to the Zabraks. Maybe it's like an alien language that like Maul would know.
Just clearly he knows it.
Yeah, if he can. Assuming that Marina is right, that it said that her name was Devin.
That's pretty cool.
This is definitely a question. Like next year, if and when we go to Star Wars Celebration and Sam Witwer's there, we have to ask him about, if we can get a panel and ask him a question about speaking an alien language. Like Rich says, I was guessing that it's the Sith language. Maybe, I don't know. But that's a question for Sam Witwer, if we can.
Yeah, that's kind of
meet him and ask him like, hey, what does this mean? So that's super cool. And I think there's another voicemail with Yaretsi saying a similar thing. So, well, I forget which one is hers because she has 3 coming up. But it does change how we understand Star Wars, because now I want to go back to episode 1 and put the subtitles on and see, does it say a similar thing, or is this like a new thing that Dave Filoni and them are like, let's just put this little in here and see the fandom go crazy over it. So
yeah, and it seems like Jon Favreau is credited. So
yeah, Yaretsi did say that Jon Favreau is credited as a producer. So
yeah,
it's even better.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. All right. Thank you, Marina, for that insight. That's really cool. But we got 3 voicemails from Yaretsi. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi. I absolutely loved episodes 3 and 4 of Maul Shadow Lord. if I could have this show injected in my veins, I would.
What
It's an
the?
addiction. I love this show. Oh my god, I
Oh,
love Maul
okay, I
so
get it.
much. And the duel between him and Devin was amazing. His oh my gosh, his Kyber, his lightsaber speaking to him.
How
Oh,
did
that
we
was
not pick that up?
chills. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Um, so I saw somebody say that it said Korra Ratama. I don't know if that's true or not. I'll probably have to go back and listen to that again. The Master Deco and Maul was pretty cool. I did like that one, and I like how they incorporated Maul's mechanical legs because I always think it's hilarious. Um, I also think it's hilarious how Devin has uses form Sorisu, which is the same form that Obi-Wan uses. Um, because it's just like it's successfully rage baiting Maul. Like he wasn't getting mad, but whatever. Anyway, I'll talk about this more in the next voicemail. Bye.
How did we
Well,
not catch that?
do you watch with subtitles?
No, and I also watch with the 4-year-old running around half the
Right, so
time.
that's
So
why. And my second time around, I always put subtitles on, but like I said, the visuals are so crazy that I'm not paying attention to like things being said, and I miss things. So it's like,
dang, that's yeah. Now I want to go watch it again.
yeah, so it's pretty crazy, and we're happy that you like it so much. And don't. She's like, I wish I could inject this into my vein. Like, whoa, dude, calm down. Like,
Pump the brakes a little
yeah,
bit,
like
girlfriend.
you
Like,
got your driver's license now. Use the brakes a little bit.
yeah.
Like, come on. Like, I don't know. It was kind of funny, but we're glad you love it so much. But let's jump to number 2 from your Etsy.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yadisi again. As I was saying, did you notice that not Obi-Wan, he's not even in the show. Maul was using whatever form Dooku uses. I forgot, but when he was dueling Devin with the one hand behind his back, oh, I thought it was so cool. And then the flip that Devin does, oh, it's so amazing. And then in the next episode, I'm starting to dislike Two Boots. Spybot is winning right now over Two Boots because why would you call the oh my gosh, it made me so mad. He called the Empire. Oh, anyway, I do actually really enjoy Lawson's character. He has a really good character, but I got mad at him for leaving his son, which I understand why. It's just like, bro, like leave your son there. Oh, did you also know that in The Phantom Menace, you can actually see that lacrosse bar thing in the corner at Watto's shop? The more you know.
Yes.
Anyway,
That's where it's seen.
that's all I had to say. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you. And she did it all in one breath. She just was boom, 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 all at one time.
I know. I had to breathe for her.
Can't remember all the things that she just listed off, but Dooku, excited, he always has his hand behind his back. Maul was doing that. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I don't know my lightsaber forms, but when you're that infinitely better with lightsaber than someone else, it's easy just to use one
hand. And he only used one saber because she was using the other one.
Yep. What else did she say? The lacrosse stick is in episode 1.
Yep. Which now that she says that, I remember that.
Yep. I feel like there's something else that she said in this one that I can't remember what she said. Sorry. But yeah. All right. Let's jump over to number 3, the final voicemail of the evening.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's again with the third voicemail. Yeah, I know, a third one. But I did have a question. So there were rumors that, or I don't know if it was confirmed by Star Wars, that some of the Bad Batch or themes from the Bad Batch and stuff, some stuff from there will be incorporated into Maul Shadow Lord. And I'm just wondering, like, what do you think from the Bad Batch will be incorporated? I was just thinking, like, there's going to be connections to, like, certain operations that were happening in the Bad Batch, like, I don't know, the clones and stuff. Anyway, those are my thoughts. What do you think? Like, is a possibility that could be a connection with the Bad Batch? Anyway, that's it. Bye.
All right, thank you. I did hear that before, that there was rumors that there would be some connections to the Bad Batch.
Well, and what I said before is like we might see what's his name? Crosshair potentially due to that he's part of the Empire right now in this situation. And then we're gonna also see probably the troopers are gonna be more cloney during this time period. So we'll see clones.
So I think, I think we're gonna see. Well, because I know from the trailer we had like that new, like the first phase of stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
So like we could see some clones, and then we'll see for sure stormtroopers. So this might be that, just the model design that they used in Bad Batch for the Phase One
Yeah.
stormtroopers. They're just bringing into this show. It's just a copy paste basically. I'm guessing that could be it. I don't think that they're gonna do any full fledged like, oh, here's the Bad Batch coming in to do a mission for Sid on Jackson or
Yeah,
Jack,
we're not
this
gonna
planet's
get
called.
Book of Boba Fett episode 5 and 6 is gonna be Bad Batch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
So
we're not gonna get the Maul show or Bad Batch in the Maul show.
it would be cool, like if we saw the Havoc Marauder, like at a docking bay or something on this planet, and it's in the
Yeah.
background, like we notice it. That'd be cool. But I don't think we're actually going to see any of the characters other than, like you say, Crosshair. That's like the most likely that we would have.
Yeah.
That we see him. I don't even know if he would be.
I think we might see him like in the cockpit of the Death Star potentially or something.
Or a Star Destroyer.
Or Star Destroyer, I mean.
Like we could see that, have him in the squad in the background or something. Would be cool to have. But if it was like a whole episode where it's like he's with the Inquisitors trying to find Maul, that'd just be kind of lame and distracting.
Yep, it would be very much so.
But who knows? We could get something else. Maybe, I don't know. We probably wouldn't see Rex because we know Rex is doing crazy stuff with Trace and Rafa.
Mhm.
Like, what are they doing? Would they be on here? I don't know. Probably not. But who knows? All right. Well, that's all that we have. So we went over 2 episodes and voicemails, and that's it. Anything else, Drew?
No, that's it. I'm excited for next week.
All right, cool. Well, let's go over some social medias and get out of here. So, if you are just discovering us for the first time because you're looking for some Maul content to listen to as the show goes on, and you're new, just go check in the description below. There's a links.co/Empire Radio, links spelled 2 I's. Click that landing page for everything Empire Radio. So follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We do live streams on Twitch. So that's why we're talking to the chat. They're fact checking us and getting some information for us as we're going along. So if you want to join us for the live streams, you're more than welcome to. On Wednesday nights, usually we're just kind of like fluctuating on our times as of late, but usually sometime between 6 and 8 o'clock we'll be starting. But if you want to know more details on when we would be starting exactly, join the Discord. The link is in that also. So join the Discord, and on recording days, I always post the thumbnail and what time we're going to approximately start in the morning. So go join the Discord, and we have a whole channel in there dedicated to the Maul show. So you can go in there and talk with people about Maul and give your theories and reviews and questions and stuff like that. Also, we have a fan email. If you want to send us an email, and then there's a link to the voicemails also. So if you want to send a voicemail and give us your thoughts about the Maul show or ask questions, go right ahead. We'd love to hear from you. I think that's everything. Anything else, Drew?
Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, but yeah, if you want to help us out on Patreon, give us a few dollars to help us just cover the cost of our recording subscription. We would love to get that support. And I keep forgetting to do this, but like they released the episode names of all the episodes. So do you want to hear the episode names for next week, Drew?
Why not?
Chapter 5, Inquisition. Spoilers, I guess we're going to have Inquisitors next week, which is expected. And Chapter 6, Night of the Hunted.
Ooh.
So that's exciting. We're probably going to get some I guess maybe. Do you think we get all the Inquisitor stuff just in those 2 episodes,
Maybe
and have no
know.
Inquisitors the last 4 episodes?
Or
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out. A lot's happening quick, so never know. You got to tune in next week for our breakdown.
Yep. Fun. All right. Well, you've been listening to another Maul-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.